Hi, I'm Paddy Keogh from RT10. We're at the Borgosh Energy Theatre, and I'm speaking to some of the authors who've been nominated for the Irish Book Awards 2014.
Cause you're a sky full of stars.
So I grew up reading stories like The Outsiders and Stand By Me and Catcher in the Rye, and I wanted to write an Irish kind of coming of age story. So that's what it is. I just want people to read it.
Yeah,
you know, so when someone reads it, they get kind of, you get butterflies.
The last days of Robert Hayes, the clue is in the name. It's the last 8 days of a woman's life. We meet her on the way into a hospice. Mum's driving her there, and we follow her over those last 8 days until she dies. So it sounds very bleak, and it can be in moments, but it really is a celebration of life, because there is no mourning without celebrating somebody.
He's an elderly priest now, and he has tried to live a good life, but he's looking back at his life and recognising the complicity that he may have had within silence of the church, recognising things that went on, which he was not personally a part of, but which perhaps he recognised and didn't say anything about. You know, I wanted to find goodness in an institution which I have often vilified as much as anybody else has. But the problem is you start writing the character, and as the novel develops, you realise the character is maybe not as good as you hoped he was going to be at the start.
It begins with an event which happens about 40 years from now, when the President of the United States is assassinated in Dublin Castle at a state dinner. That's kind of a plot which is then sort of perversely backgrounded by a narrator who doesn't want to talk about it. What really is going on is these particular characters, who are all dysfunctional in a very dysfunctional society, finding their way through life day by day, and global events impinge upon them in the end.
Our story's a bit unconventional, how we kind of got into selling vegetables and then into kind of cafe and into becoming chefs.
Pretty much trying to start a health food revolution, or trying to encourage people to eat more veg. That's the main thrust of it. And there's lots of bits about our philosophy and why we do what we do, and it's put together beautifully by Penguin. It's very nicely with the same art director that does all Jamie Oliver's books, so it's very nice in that regard.
The bottom line with writing is it's about sitting down and writing. It's about being disciplined, and it's also about just kind of moving the book along, because I mean, people talk about writer's block a lot, but I kind of think the harder you work, the less likely it is to happen.
People look at a short list before they go in and buy a book, and they feel, well, if it's on a short list, I won't be disappointed.
That's correct.
And any of the books on this short list, you won't be disappointed.